What's up, guys, gals, and book nook pals? It's Pluck the Bunny with another unboxing, and today we're taking a look at one of the City Walk series from Cutebee. It's actually from the Japan City Walk series. This is going to be the storefront series that's featured in our next community event over on the Book Nook subreddit. It's not traditionally a Book Nook, but it is a self-contained area, and it would fit on a shelf between books. And it's what the community voted on to do for the next event. I think it's pretty cool. This is going to be a series of 4 videos. They are adding to it consistently, but the initial Japanese City Walk did consist of these 4. All right, and we're going to be starting with the first one today, Tsukino. You know what, I don't want to mispronounce that, so we're going to start with this one. So these are a little on the easier side. Like I said, they're a little more self-contained. And they do lend themselves to customization, I think, just by looking at it, because of the openness to them. There's a lot you can do the outside, you know, weathering, kind of give it your own little flair. All right. Again, very, very simple package here. All right, nothing pushing it on top. So there's a little bit of emptiness. You can see my package got a little squished in the shipment. We have our little, again, this always reminds me of Animal Crossing, but we have our little tool bag pouch here. All right, we got our pretty standard touch sensor LED AAA box. This has 1 LED, so again, room for customization there. We have 2 little windows here. I'm assuming they're windows, but 2 little pieces of plastic here. Oh, 3 pieces. We have our little emery board, which, oh, that was terrible. We're gonna get rid of that. Though, based on the size of this, that's still not enough. And then we have our strip of terrible tape squares for taping down wires. Oh, what's this? Something else in here? Oh, some vellum. So it looks like we're gonna have a diffuser maybe for that light. And let's put all this back in the pouch before we lose it. And unfortunately, no glue in this, at least not included. So nothing to keep my Cutebee 7000 company. Though this is a gigantic Cutebee 7000. It's 25 millimeters. I think the standard one, like the ones that usually come in kits, are like 5. It still has the precision tip on it, but I'll be completely honest with you, I like the smaller ones. I think the smaller tubes are easy to work with. And then let's come in here. We have our instruction manual, standard Cutebee style instruction manual. We have our sticker sheet. So this is all decals, but there are some that you have to cut out, which is an interesting choice. I don't understand why you can't have complex shapes with curves. Here, where like the tops, like even, right, like even these are rounded and rounded and rounded and rounded, but the fans have to be cut out. That's not my favorite, but it's not the end of the world. Again, standard instruction manual. What I am seeing here that's really nice is absolutely full color. Lots of instructions telling you where to put the glue, telling you exactly where to run the wires, what to do with the fans. I guess I missed the joke where all the decals are pre-cut, but only fans are not pre-cut. I guess that's a funny joke. 8 for 12. I like how it's got like detailed instructions here, so it's pretty lower barrier for entry. What is this here? Oh, little inspection tag. It is certified quality. That's cool. I don't know if I've seen one of those in one of my kits before. Definitely not in an unboxing. Oh, sorry, guys. I know everybody's favorite part of these videos has to be waiting for me to get the plastic off of things. Must be captivating YouTube video. Pretend I keep clean. And then, unsurprising from Cutebee, we have some very high quality printing. This is MDF, so don't get any water on it while you're working. It will swell up and make the pieces unusable. Some really nice printing here on the books. Lots of detail, lots of different colors. A little bit of overprinting so you don't have any gaps. The realism style isn't one-to-one, not my favorite, but it's not the end of the world. It's still pretty beautiful. We got some nice little paper crane right here. That would have been cool as a 3D object. Some more cranes, The tiled roof, which I guess because of again, this is like an entry level beginner kit, so they're keeping it simple, but it would have been cool to maybe see this with like the corrugated plastic that you see in some other kits. Like this is from the Li Jiang Ancient from Anavrin. And this is a corrugated piece of plastic that they're using for the same. I mean, you can see it's even the same scale. Wow, it's almost one-to-one. You can see that. Gives it a nice 3D pop, which I think enhances it a lot. You also see corrugated cardboard in some of the 3D booknooks. I'm gonna guess this is mostly single-sided printing. Cutebee also very good with the structure inside of their kits. You'll see a lot of completely unfinished pieces. Those should be hidden when all is said and done. I wonder if, like a lot of Cutebee kits, they have that issue where once it's all together, it's absolutely structurally a rock, but it's that interim time of between starting the build and getting everything put together where you it really depends on all the different pieces to hold it together. Okay, so here's where I was getting a little concerned that I hadn't seen any double-sided printing yet, but now I see some double-sided printing. So I'm guessing because this is an enclosed area where you're looking at the front of a shop, you're really not going to see too much multiple angles, so they don't have to worry about double-sided printing as much, but it is nice to see that they did use it when it's appropriate. So that's nice. You can actually, I like the detail here. You can actually see more of those. Bring it up here so you can see more of those cranes through the window, which is pretty cool. It's a nice little detail. Again, so where it's needed, that printing, so it's probably going to slide in there and you'll have a 3D plant. I like that. A lot of times when you see pieces like that that are slotted together in kits, even in kits with good double-sided printing, you don't see the double-sided printing on both sides. For example, I just did Beyond Library Max Finally by Mini City, and there's a cool giant double helix DNA structure, and for whatever reason they printed it on plastic, so it is not double-sided. And you have this cool 3D thing that's supposed to be in 3 dimensions, and it's blank on to the sides. So that's nice to see. I do like the variation on the tiles here. It's not like a solid piece with lines. I have a feeling you can do a lot after this is all said and done, like out here in the front with either dimensional magic or some weathering paints, or even some terracotta texture paints, or some stones, actual stones. I like the printing on this basket. It's kind of hard to tell, but it feels almost like it's really woven wicker, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, this is a quick little set. I mean, I don't think it's simplistic. This is not like a 2-hour thing. There is still the assembly there, and I do think it lends itself to creativity and interpretation, and I think it's just a simpler entryway into the 3D woodcraft. If not technically a book nook, it's definitely book nook adjacent. I think it's going to be real fun to see the 4 different ones in this event and how everybody interprets them to their own little personal style. If they stay with the traditional, because I like the traditional aspect of this, or if they're going to lean into the individualism of it and maybe put a more modern take on it. So this is part 1 of the 4-part series of the Cutebee Japan City Walk series. There you go, guys. Tsukino Eogi-dou. If that's wrong, I really apologize. But yeah, it's our first entry into the series, and I'll see you for the next 4 or next 3. Have a good one.